Good day friends, I am Dr. S.K. Gupta and I am going to present to you a case of twin pregnancy with anencephaly in one twin fetus. This is one twin you can see, and this is the intertwin membrane, and this is the another twin where you can see the abdomen, and this is the anencephalic area. You can see the brain hanging from the spinal cord. We are going to show you this in detail. Let us try to see whether they are monochorionic or dichorionic. As an intertwin membrane is clearly seen, it is undoubtedly a diamniotic pregnancy. But as with the placenta is concerned, the placenta is seen anteriorly, and it is at times gives an impression that there may be a cleavage over here, but we cannot be sure about it. So it is difficult to say whether we are dealing with monochorionic or dichorionic twin pregnancy. When we try to put in the color, we find that there are two umbilical cords. This is the umbilical cord of one twin, and when we try to see both the umbilical cords, we find that both the umbilical cords are visible separately. And let us see their attachment to the placenta, and you can see both the umbilical cords attached to the placenta near the center, and this is at the origin of the interamniotic membrane. Because both the placenta are not seen separately and both the umbilical cords are attached to the placenta near the center, it is likely to be a monochorionic pregnancy. But initially, while doing this ultrasound, I had the opinion that this may be a dichorionic pregnancy also. The presence of a T sign at the intertwin membrane placental junction is indicative of monochorionic twin pregnancy, while the presence of a lambda sign indicates dichorionic pregnancy. But at the gestation of 16 to 20 weeks, this sign may not be able to differentiate between the monochorionic or dichorionic pregnancies. In case of dichorionic twins, both the umbilical cords are likely to be attached at the center of respective placentae. Here both the umbilical cords are attached at the center of a large placental mass, making it a monochorionic pregnancy. This is the fetus. You are seeing the frog-shaped eyes, and this is I try to show you the slow motion. This is the fetus which is seen with the frog-shaped eyes, and this is the hand of the fetus, and this is the fetal brain that you can see. And the fetal brain is hanging, and this brain tissue, when it hangs, is called exocrania. Initially, the pregnancy starts with acrania, the absence of fetal vault, and the brain tissue develops. Both the hemisphere, they start hanging with the spinal cord, and due course of time, the brain tissue degenerates and it becomes pure anencephaly. This is the brain tissue that you just saw. The twin 2, and you can see that the heart nearly is normal. The heart is 4-chambered in the twin 2, which is anencephaly twin. You can see that the upper lip is also normal. This is the spine of the twin 2, that is the anencephalic twin, and you see that the spine down below is normal, but there is spinal bifida defect in the cervical region of the fetus, and it is expected because there is acrania, and the cervical region is likely to have the open neural tube defect. This is the spine, and I am trying to focus on the brain tissue which is hanging. This is the brain tissue which is hanging, and this is exocrania, and you see that this is spina bifida defect over here in the cervical region. The rest of the spinal cord appears to be normal. Focusing on the anencephalic fetus, and this spine is normal here, but the spina bifida over here, and the limbs appear to be normal, the heart appears to be normal, the bladder can be seen. There is no evidence of pilectasis. Anencephalic fetus, and you can see both the limbs, and the fetus is moving both the limbs. It is important to see the movements of both the limbs, and rather all four limbs, because these fetus may be at times paraplegic, but here the fetal movements are normally seen. There is no omphalocele in this fetus, and there is no spina bifida in the lower spine as seen in this view. And the fetal abdomen is slightly smaller in the twin 2. There is no evidence of twin to twin transfusion syndrome, though there is evidence of slight IUGR in anencephalic twin. This is one fetus with a large abdomen, and this is a small fetus which is anencephalic fetus in the intertwin membrane and single placenta. And there is no omphalocele, because these twins which are anencephalic may have encephalocele, cardiac defects. And I try to show you the hanging brain. This is the this was just, you saw that there was upper lip which was normal. There was no evidence of cleft lip in this twin. This is the fetal frog shaped eyes and the fetal nose here. This is the fetal nose, and at times the fetal nose may be missing in these crania fetus. Monochorionic pregnancy with the discordance in the anencephaly of the fetus is a dangerous situation, because these fetus, the one fetus which has the anencephaly, can give rise to polyhydramnios, early preterm labor, and can have difficulty in the birth of both the fetus, and these things are rare. Management of these cases may be pretty difficult, because there are ways of management, the selective killing of one fetus by potassium chloride being injected into the heart of the anencephalic fetus, or the expectant management, which is likely to be difficult again because of the polyhydramnios. But here in our case there was no polyhydramnios, and when we tried to measure the AFI in the anencephalic fetus, we found that the AFI was around 21.5, and while in the normal fetus the AFI was around 18.5, though within the normal range. But as the time may advance, the anencephalic fetus may have polyhydramnios, and this polyhydramnios may induce early preterm labor. Though only one fetus is suffering from anencephaly, the prognosis of both the fetus is poor. In cases of dichorionic, diamniotic pregnancies, when the one fetus is suffering from anencephaly, the survival rate of the other fetus is around 95%, while in cases of monochorionic pregnancy, when one fetus is suffering from anencephaly, the survival rate is around 90% for the normal fetus. And in cases of monochorionic pregnancy, it may be difficult to kill one fetus, and the expectant management is the only course of action in these cases. I hope we have been able to demonstrate to you a good case of anencephaly in one fetus with monochorionic diamniotic twins. In case you like our videos, do not forget to press the like button and subscribe to our channel. Please share the video with large number of your friends so that maximum number of people can be benefited. Thank you very much. This is the scan of the twin 1, and you can see that the twin 1 is normal looking, and this is the cord, which is 3-vessel cord, and this is the spine, which is normally seen. All the four limbs are well seen. Both the hands and both the feet are visible, and there are apparently no anomalies in twin 1. This is another section in which the brain tissue can be seen hanging, and this is the anencephalic fetus. This is the normal fetal part of the other fetus. This is for the comparison. Both the hearts can be seen in one view, and this is a slightly smaller fetus, growth retarded fetus, and this is a larger fetus which is normal fetus.